Hi everyone, my name is M.Alfur.leadershipWala and I welcome you all to my new video. I hope you guys are all doing well. In this video, we are going to chat with Copilot. Our main topic will be how to practice self-compassion and forgive yourself. I hope you guys like this session and enjoy it. Just wait a second, we are going to start. Hi mate, how are you?
I'm doing great, and it's awesome to be chatting with you. I hope your day's been going well so far.
Okay, so today I am going to ask you some question about how to practice self-compare and forgive yourself. Are you ready for this session?
Absolutely, I'm ready to dive into that with you. It's such an important topic, and I'm here to support you as we explore it together. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and ask your first question.
What does self-compassion truly mean?
Self compassion is basically treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you'd offer to a good friend. It means recognizing that it's human to make mistakes or face challenges and being gentle with yourself instead of being overly critical. It's like giving yourself permission to be imperfect and embracing yourself with empathy and forgiveness.
And why isn't it important to practice self-compassion in daily life?
It's really important to practice self compassion in daily life because it helps us build resilience, reduces stress, and improve their overall well being. When we're kind to ourselves, we're more likely to bounce back from setbacks and feel motivated to keep moving forward. It's like giving yourself a supportive inner voice that cheers you on.
And how can self-compassion improve mental health? Compassion.
Well, practicing self compassion can be a game changer for mental health. When you're kind and forgiving towards yourself, it lowers anxiety and reduces those harsh self critical thoughts. It also helps you build a more positive relationship with your faith, which is a strong foundation for good mental health overall.
What are the first steps to forgiving yourself?
Great first step is to simply acknowledge your feelings without judgment. Then remind yourself that everyone makes mistakes and that imperfections are part of being human. Once you've done that, you can start practicing self kindness and offer yourself forgiveness step by step.
Why do people often struggle with self-forgiveness?
Well, a lot of people struggle with self forgiveness because they hold themselves to very high standards or worry that forgiving themselves might mean they won't learn from their mistakes. It can also be tough if they're used to being self critical or if they're worried about what others might think.
How does self-criticism affect personal growth?
Self criticism can really hold you back because it often creates a cycle of negativity that makes it harder to take risks or learn from mistakes. When you're overly self critical, you're more likely to doubt yourself and less likely to try out new things or grow.
And what is the difference between self-compassion and self-pity?
So, the big difference is that self compassion is about being kind to yourself and recognizing that everyone has struggles, while self pity is more about getting stuck in your own suffering and feeling isolated by it. Self compassion is a more balanced and empowering mindset.
And how can mindfulness help in practicing self-compassion?
Well, mindfulness is a really helpful tool for self compassion because it allows you to notice your thoughts and feelings without judgment. When you're mindful, you can see your struggles more clearly and respond to yourself with kindness instead of self criticism.
Okay, so my next question is what role does acceptance play in self-forgiveness?
Absolutely. Self compassion is a big part of self acceptance. It encourages you to embrace all parts of yourself, even the imperfect, which makes it easier to forgive yourself and move forward.
Okay, so my next question is how can negative self-talk be replaced with kindness?
Replacing negative self talk with kindness is all about noticing the critical voice and gently shifting your tone. So, when you catch yourself being self critical, try talking to yourself like you would to a friend with a little more patience and understanding.
And why is it important to let go of past mistakes?
Letting go of past mistakes is really important because it frees you up to focus on the present and the future. When you hold on to mistakes, it can weigh you down and stop you from growing or taking new opportunities. Plus, it can be a real act of self kindness.
And how does forgiving yourself impact your relationship?
Forgiving yourself can really strengthen your relationships because when you let go of your own mistakes, you tend to be more compassionate and understanding toward others. It also helps you build healthier connections because when you're kinder to yourself, you naturally create a more positive environment for everyone around you.
And can self compassion increase the confidence? If you do, then how?
Absolutely. Self compassion can boost your confidence by helping you embrace your imperfections and see mistakes as part of the learning process. When you're compassionate with yourself, you're more likely to take risks and trust in your abilities because you know you'll treat yourself kindly no matter the outcome.
And what are some daily habits to build self compassion?
Absolutely. There are some daily habits you can incorporate to build self compassion. Little things like starting your day with a kind or encouraging word to yourself, or taking a few minutes before bed to reflect on what you did well that day. These small practices can really add up and help you treat yourself with more compassion over time.
And how can journaling help in self forgiveness?
Journaling can be a wonderful tool for self forgiveness because it gives you a safe space to process your feelings and reflect on your experiences. By writing things down, you can really explore what happened, understand your emotions, and gradually let go of any lingering guilt or self blame.
What role does patience play in healing and forgiveness?
Patience is really at the heart of healing and forgiveness. It gives you the time and space you need to process emotions and let go. When you're patient with yourself, you're giving yourself permission to heal at your own pace without rushing the process.
And how can you treat yourself with the same kindness as others?
For support.
And what are some common barriers to self compassion? Okay, so my next question is how does guilt differ from shame in self forgiveness?
Guilt and shame do feel similar, but they play different roles when it comes to self forgiveness. Guilt is usually about feeling bad for something you've done, while shame is more about feeling like there's something wrong with who you are as a person.
And can self compassion help reduce stress and anxiety?
Definitely. Practicing self compassion can really lower stress and anxiety because it encourages you to treat yourself with more kindness and understanding, which can help you feel more resilient and calm.
And how can practicing self compassion lead to happier life?
Well, practicing self compassion can lead to a happier life because it helps you build a more positive relationship with yourself. When you're kinder to yourself, you're more likely to feel content and balanced overall.
Okay, so my next question is how long does it take to truly forgive yourself?
Forgiving yourself is definitely a personal journey, and there's no set timeline for everyone. It really depends on the person and the situation. Sometimes it can happen quickly, other times it takes a bit longer, and that's perfectly okay.
And what strategies help in letting go of regrets?
Letting go of regrets can really start with acknowledging and accepting what happened, and then giving yourself permission to move forward. It helps to focus on what you've learned from the experience and how you want to grow from it.
Thank you for your help. I hope you guys also like this session, and it was a very enjoyable and meaningful session. We'll learn more about self compassion and forgive yourself. It was a very great lesson. If we follow those steps, we may be in better to communicate and forgive ourselves if we do something wrong, which we think is wrong. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this session and feel free to ask any questions. Allah Hafiz, stay at home and safe.